right, guys, watch this first.
What is the most attractive feature about a guy, confidence-wise?
His posture. When a man's like open arm, like head up.
Inside.
If a guy can't keep eye contact with you,
He's not sure about himself.
do you find that quite an attractive feature if a guy can?
Yes.
Now, there's a caveat. I understand if you're not an attractive guy or you're not her type, this is not going to get her to want to bang you, but she's going to respect you more. Okay, so if she's ever at a low moment in her life and you have positive body language, it could possibly get her to like you. But it's not going to go from you're not my type to you're my type all of a sudden because you have positive body language, right? You need to improve on other areas of your life, right? What this brings is respect, which is the foundation of attraction. So let's continue with the video.
As you guys can see, body language for women is extremely important. In fact, it's what they use to determine what type of man that you are. The reason why is because the self is always coming through. In your mind, fossils are left about what happened to you in the past through your body language. If you've been played, manipulated by women, or have had a lot of negative reactions from women, a woman is going to be able to tell by your body language, by your face, by how you react to them, right? Women are really good at being able to tell what other women think of you by just your body language. And the problem is that we men are not equipped to be able to control those non-verbal cues and those body language things because it's something that's unconscious. It's really difficult to consciously control it. And so when you watch videos about guys teaching you guys how to control your body language, it ends up not working because it's something that is unconscious. It's a reflection of your unconscious. So to change those body language, you have to, one, change your circumstance. And it's literally, because you gotta understand, your body language reflects your life. It reflects your circumstance, right? Or change how you see yourself, right? As soon as you change how you see yourself, change your level of happiness actually, your nonverbal cues change to become more pro-social and become more confident and more attractive. And these things that I'm gonna teach you guys are things that work. I've done it in my life, I've taught it to guys, and this actually works. So if you just stick around to the end and just keep an open mind, you guys are gonna see that this works. These are the things that I'm gonna teach you guys are the things that the Buddha taught actually. Not all of it. It's tailored towards teaching you guys to improve your dating life with women, but it's something that has worked for thousands of years to change behavior, to change how you think. And studies have shown that what I'm gonna teach you actually changes your nonverbal cues to be more pro-social, meaning you develop more likable nonverbal cues unconsciously. That's the beauty. It's unconscious. I don't want you guys to be like, okay, am I blinking right? You can't do that. That's impossible. Especially when you think the girl's better than you. Especially when you think you found a dime. Like, you're going to look creepy and needy and you're not even going to notice it, all right? So we're going to learn how to do that, all right? So, okay, so the first thing about body language, by the way, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org. I can teach you guys how to remove your creepy, needy body language, you know, through the strategies I'm gonna teach you here, but also through talking to me individually. I can help you guys at a one-on-one basis by clicking on the description down below. So the first thing about body language is that you first want to slow everything down. Slow down, do less. The reason why you want to slow down and do less is because when you start to slow down, you start to see the excess body language, okay? What we want to be able to do is not change your body excess body language. So it's really about pruning the tree rather than, you know, putting a new tree, right? So by slowing down, you start to notice that if you slow down, you'll notice that, okay, let me slow down. You'll notice that you feel urges to maybe be more quicker. You'll notice an urge to maybe to maybe like self-soothe. You'll notice an urge to maybe speak fast. That shows you the things that you got to prune out. Like that pretty much shows you the excess that's actually pushing people away. Your most attractive body language occurs when you're much slower. Look at The Godfather. The Godfather emanated power and dominance through doing less, right? It's like a character. You know the character in an anime. You know they're gonna lose when they start punching fast, right? And the main guy is like slow and like calm, right? That access. People were like, oh, he's gonna get fucked up because he looks angry and he's like punching, doing fucking haymakers, right? But then the main character is more like that, right? We want to be able to do that. and you first slow it down. Now, why slowing it down? Well, it's so that you could become aware, like I said, of the excess. Once you become aware of the excess, the next thing is not to try to change it. It's not to like stop trying to be fast, stop trying to stop moving fast, because again, it's unconscious. The next thing you want to be able to do is to observe the compulsion, the sensation that's causing that, right? So whenever I'm nervous, I may notice that when I try to slow down, I speak fast. Okay, observe what feeling is there. You might notice that maybe you want their validation, right? You might notice that maybe you feel like they don't like you and so you want to impress them. Okay, now observe and relax. And as you're talking to them, observe the breath. And just relax that compulsion away. Because what we want to be able to understand, your creepy, needy, unattractive body language comes because you feel a negative sensation and you react to it by trying to push it away. What we want to be able to do is relax. What we're doing is treating conversations as a meditation. That's pretty much, we're creating space and relaxing away all of the negative body language, like a massage, massaging knots, right? You're relaxing it away, right? And every time you treat conversations as a meditation, every time you'll notice negative body language arises, which usually comes through excess, looking around. Like what you'll notice is, for example, when you feel really nervous, you'll look around a lot. You'll lack eye contact, right? You're looking around because you don't feel confident. Okay, observe what's causing you to look around a lot. Relax. For me, it's actually smoking weed, right? When I'm with a girl and I like her, I notice I used to get nervous. So I would roll a blunt to relax myself away, honestly. And I would smoke because I was nervous. The movement calmed me down. What I noticed is like, okay, what's happening? So what I was practicing is I noticed that I wanted to roll a blunt. So I relaxed. I relaxed, right? I relaxed. Now I don't smoke when I'm around women, right? That was one of my nervous reactions to the negative sensation of lack of insecurity, right? So then all of a sudden now when I talk to women, one of the things that I notice now is just, I move less. I'm less fidgety. I don't tap my leg around like that. I don't go like that. I used to do that, but I wouldn't notice I was communicating nervousness. I really didn't notice it. Because because of your ego, you're not going to interpret it as nervousness. It's not going to let you do that. And that's the issue, is that you may have negative body language, but because you don't label it as bad, you don't need to change it. So rather than labeling it, just observe excess movement, excess body language, excess moving your eyes around, right? You remain more steady, because confidence is communicated by steadiness, like literally less movement. Less looking around, just relaxation, right? So that's the first thing. Slow, become aware. Once you are aware of the sensations of nervousness, then you relax it away through breathing, right? Now, a lot of people will forget to do this. That's the issue, because this works. You're just gonna, and again, I always tell this, you're gonna forget to do it because it's a pattern, it's a mental pattern that hijacks your frontal cortex, and so you're not able to think rationally because you're reacting to negative sensations, right? So you're gonna forget. So it's gonna take practice as you're talking to people to literally remember to do this. Okay? Seriously, you're literally gonna forget. But the forgetting process is part of the growth, right? So once you remember, that means that you've actually expanded your capacity to deal with stress, because the forgetfulness comes from the stress. Right? When you reduce the stress through the meditation process, then your memory, working memory, becomes better, and you remember what you're doing in that moment, right? So that's one thing. Always go slow and treat conversations as a meditation. The problem is that you guys don't know how to concentrate when you're in front of somebody that you like. You're too creepy and needy, and you need validation like an emotional crackhead. So that's why you got to practice meditation. I tell you guys, purchase my course, Emotional Mastery. It'll teach you guys how to. And go to my Patreon so that you guys can meditate with me. I meditate on once a week at the minimum, so you guys can meditate with me and practice this, because it's hard to practice this if you don't practice meditation alone, because it's like you're adding weight, and that weight is conversation. But you first have to be able to concentrate when you're meditating, so that when you're talking to someone, you can concentrate on the breath while in conversation, so that then when those reactions arise, you're able to dissolve them through relaxing them and not reacting to them. That's one thing. The next thing is eye contact, right? So once you relax, honestly, you're just gonna do everything right if you go slow. I swear to God, you're gonna do everything right because your body's gonna be relaxed. Tenseness causes everything to go bad. Your voice becomes more squeaky, right? You're more fidgety. Your body language literally goes from this to this, and you have more creepy body language. When you relax, you melt into the seat. You're more relaxed. You talk in a more, your voice becomes more relaxed, right? So if you're a man, it'll come across deeper. If you're a woman, it'll come across as more feminine, right? And it just becomes more confident. The next thing is the eye contact. The problem with eye contact practice is that a lot of the times, nervousness causes us to create intense eye contact. That's creepy. But the problem is that you don't notice it. So how do you do that? Well, it's really the emotion. You have negative emotions, too many negative emotions that you haven't processed. So one of the shortcuts to do this is called metta meditation. Metta meditation is literally developing compassion, right? So this works. Studies have shown you practice metta meditation, it becomes easier to have positive nonverbal cues, including positive eye contact, right? The problem is that when you are nervous, you're only thinking of yourself. The more you think of yourself, the more nervous you get. Metta is a meditation that says, may you be well, may you find peace, and may you be happy. You wish happiness on people. And studies have shown that when you try to make other people happy, not like trying to impress people, but when you wish and other people's happiness and can feel other people's suffering, your negative emotions diminish. Like automatically, actually. Automatically. So practice metta meditation. How do you do that? Imagine 5 people in your mind. 5 people that you know. The most unhappy people. And in your mind, tell yourself, look at them in the eye individually and say, may you be well, may you find peace, and may you be happy. Or better yet, the person that you're talking to, as you're talking to them, wish them well. As you're talking to them and they're talking, you could say, in your mind, you could be like, may you be well, may you find peace, may you be happy, right? You could do that before meeting them, but as you're talking to them every now and then, just wish them well. Studies, people have told me that the eye contact fixes. Like you automatically make soft, compassionate eye contact, and that eye contact comes across as confident. You're only wishing them to be happy, and the compassion literally changes your nonverbal cues, and people are more attracted to that. I've seen this. This works, people. If you don't believe me, just give it a try. I swear to God. Like, I know it sounds hocus pocus, but just give it a try, and then you be the judge. Metta meditation, and we practice that on my Patreon, right? Because empathy and compassion always fixes body language. It always fixes it. Always fixes it, right? When you desire good for people, your eye contact goes from this, turns into this. And like, if I look at the camera and say to my mind, man, may you be well, camera. May you find peace, camera, and may you be happy. As I'm talking to you, I could be talking about anything. As long as I'm looking at you like this, it comes across as confident. Even if you reject me, fuck you at Delexis, you fucking goofy. Rather than reacting with fear because I already feel compassion for you, my mind says, oh no, okay, well I hope they're happy without me. I really do hope they're happy. It's okay, man. The rejection doesn't hurt you, right? The rejection doesn't create an imprint of bitterness, and you're able to let go. But then they observe the way you take rejection. Another way to make better eye contact is to imagine somebody that you are not intimidated by. For me, it was my dog, right? I imagine I was looking at my dog as I was talking to someone because I love my dog. And I imagine my dog talking to me, right? And that literally changes your eye contact and you become more relaxed. If they say, fuck you, I imagine my dog be like, bark, Alexis. I'm like, all right, my fault, right? You see, it's different. Your reaction isn't a negative reaction. It's just a positive, compassionate reaction. And meditation increases your capacity to react with compassion to other people's negative reaction to you. And when a woman rejects me, for example, I don't say, oh man, I'm old, she don't like me. I say, okay, I'm getting older, man. And she likes guys her age. It's okay, I understand. Rather than fuck, I'm old. I understand, I hope she's happy. It doesn't change your body language. And honestly, people of it doesn't matter the opposite sex, they find that attractive, that reaction. Because over time, as you get older, you develop bitterness, and it shows in your face. The self is always coming through. So the next thing is practice responding without words, right? So if somebody says, hey, Delexis, you want to come with us? Rather than saying, yeah, I practice. Or somebody says, Delexis, is this your cup? Practice responding without words. Like, fine, just be conscious about it, right? Because what it does is that over time, it becomes a habit, and it's something that you don't notice it, but the people who you respect the most, a lot of times they don't talk that much. They're responding with nods and nonverbal cues, and that irradiates power. It's an easy hack, but what you want to be able to do is practice it so that your brain gets used to responding without words. It's not that you're mute, and it's not that you're going to be an asshole, but that's actually a more efficient and more power emanating way of responding to people. Hey, Alex, is that you from YouTube? Right? Hey, Alex, hey, is that you from YouTube? Yeah? Right? I say, yeah, but you get what I mean, right? You learn to speak less. It'll create more of like a confidence. And I've done this, and every time I do this, I do feel more relaxed. I do feel more at ease with myself by practicing not responding without words, because you see people's response to you. They respond with more words and with more expressiveness when you respond with just your body language. The next thing is to relax your mind. It's you see, practice. I'm gonna teach you guys another hack of how to relax your mind when you're talking to people. As you're speaking to me right now, don't listen to me with just your ears. Listen to me as though your whole body is your ears, right? Listen to me with your whole body. Just feel your whole body and imagine, don't just put your awareness here. Feel your whole body and imagine your whole body is your ear. Right? And as you're looking at me, don't just look at me with your eyes, look at me with your whole body and notice how that feels, right? Feel your body as you're talking to me. Feel as though your ears is your body. Look around you and look around you with your whole body. Don't just be aware of the eyes, just feel everything in your body as you're looking around you. What that does is that if you're talking to people, what you'll notice is that when it's your turn to respond, there's gonna be an extra second of waiting, meaning, as you're talking to me and it's my turn, naturally I'm a fast talker, so I'll respond fast. But if I'm aware of my body, what happens is that there's a tiny second that I take a little bit extra to respond. And that response comes across as more relaxed. So imagine you're talking and then I respond, right? Hey, Delexis, hey, how's it going? Right? That's creepy. But as I'm feeling my body, hey, Delexis, feeling the body, hey, that tiny extra second makes the difference in the energy that you radiate. And what I like to do is when I'm talking to people, man, I swear to God, I'm always meditating. That's really the beauty of it. I'm always meditating. So I'm always feeling my whole body. Or I scan my body. I feel my nose, my eye. Like I scan my body from head to toe as I'm talking to you. And it becomes like a peaceful meditation. But when you do this, like studies show, it increases your compassion, increases your empathy, and so that reinforces your positive body language. And because of this law of state transference, people also feel at ease with you, and it draws people to you. And they also can feel that you're happy. And happy people draw more people to them. And above all, negative people, they run away from you. You know, actually, negative people are drawn to you because they want to make you unhappy. They want to trigger you, actually. Right? So you relax your mind through whole body awareness. This is why, I tell you, this is why the Buddha was so influential. Because the Buddha practiced this, and what people said when they met the Buddha, they felt a presence, a relaxing presence. A lot of women wanted to sleep with the Buddha. Hare Krishna also practiced this, and Hare Krishna, a lot of women wanted to sleep with Hare Krishna. But it was really because of just the compassion that they developed that radiated as confidence. It's true. I swear to God, I did this. My dating life has changed. First of all, I'm more happy. I don't need dating to be happy, right? But I do notice that women are just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like they feel more at ease around me. I think I had creepy energy before. So that's one thing, right? So remember, the self is always coming through. If you're unhappy, it's gonna show through in your nonverbal cues. Trust me, man. Always be slow to develop the awareness of the habits you need to prune out. And when you do that, then once you notice those negative habits, observe the compulsions and relax through whole body awareness or awareness of the breath. If you don't have the capacity to be aware, practice meditation on your own, so that in real life moments you build that muscle of awareness, so that when you're social, you're able to bring that awareness in your social life. In other words, treat talking and socializing as a meditation, and you'll be able to do this. Practice compassionate eye contact. If you struggle with eye contact, metta meditation will increase that. And empathy and compassion always fixes body language. Practice responding without words to radiate power. Relax your mind through, once again, whole body awareness. And you'll notice, even as I move around, I bring awareness to the body. As I'm talking to you guys, I bring awareness to the body. And it just slows you down, man. I'm sorry, it just slows you down. Let me know what you guys think about this. I mean, I know this works, but the problem is that a lot of people are informational junkies. So they're just gonna hear what I'm saying and just move on to the next video. Hopefully you're not that type of person, because if you are, I'm closing the channel. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think about this. Check out my course, Emotional Mastery. It'll teach you guys how to apply this in your life, and I'll see you guys next time.
All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.